flip chart so you can kind of follow along in your head what I'm explaining. And I'll kind of explain it as I can as we go, okay? But I just do the flip chart every time. I usually have my computer too I'll set up, and I'll pretend this is my computer in the beginning, but I don't really go through a big portal tour explanation now. What I've found is in a situation like this where we're there to show the business plan, because you already know you're here to see a business opportunity, right? I'm just going to show her shop.com so she can see the concept of it. I'm going to explain the concept. Then I'm going to close the computer and I'm going to jump right into the flip chart. And you'll see why as I go through, because I can do it much quicker, okay? Fair enough? So we'll just dive in here and pretend we're at Panera. Me and Alex are walking in. We're over here because we're not in the store yet. They're already talking and edifying us. And now we walk in. So me and Alex here. Hey guys, sorry we're late. How are you, Sheila? Good to see you again. And you must be Felicia, right? And this is my partner, Alex. We have another meeting right after. He's just going to sit in with us. Hope you don't mind. Alex, this is Felicia and Sheila. So, Sheila, bring me up to speed. I know you talked to Felicia a little bit about the business, so tell me where are we at?
Oh, sorry.
What do you know? Well, I could ask you or you, whatever. So you bring me up to speed. I like to, there's a reason I say that too, and I don't usually want to stop throughout this whole thing, but let me explain why I'm going through it. I need an icebreaker, because otherwise it can be awkward when you start the meeting. My icebreaker for me is always, bring me up to speed. Because what that does is it sets her at ease, it sets her at ease, and I can kind of get the conversation started. So that's just what I say. Otherwise, it's almost kind of, there can be an awkwardness of how to get started. So I've just found what I say is, Sheila, I got to get it straight. Sheila, Felicia, Alex. So Sheila, bring me up to speed. I know you explained a little bit to Felicia, so where are we at? Bring me up to speed.
Well, Felicia's a pharmacist, and she's just looking for something else to do. And I'm a pharmacist as well, so I was sharing with her this side business that I'm doing that I'm really excited about.
Oh, fantastic. So what did she tell you so far, Felicia? What do you know about this?
Well, she just told me that basically this is an opportunity where I can make a little extra money, and I have a lot of student debt, so I'm
a lot of people these days. That's interesting. So do you guys work together?
No.
Oh, you're just both pharmacists. That's interesting. So is that how you know each other?
Yeah.
I know you don't really know each other that well. Thank you, Kevin. Okay, fantastic. So a little background on myself before we get started. I've been with the company about 10 years now. I used to own a construction company in upstate New York. My wife Jody owned a hair salon. We were introduced to this kind of by accident because we were also looking for something at the time that would actually give me more time to be home with my kids. And so for me, that was important. And hopefully, I think you're really going to like what you see. Now, did Sheila explain shop.com and all that sort of stuff to you?
Yeah, she explained it.
So you've seen the shop.com site. So let me just pull up my computer here. Now, have you filled out a home shopping list? Did you happen to get one of those from her? So you don't have one. Okay, let me give you one of the home shopping lists. So while I'm setting up my computer, just go through here. And all this is it goes over things that you use in your household on a weekly, monthly, daily basis. So just check off everything that you think of that you go over in your house. Just pretend. And while you do that, I'll get the internet hooked up here and we'll get plugged into shop.com. That's an important step right there. Have them fill out the home shopping list, because that's going to come back to be worth its weight in gold, okay? It only takes a minute, but while we're setting up the computer, maybe Alex went to get a cup of coffee, I'm going to have Felicia fill out the home shopping list, and then we're just going to set it aside for later, okay? So thanks for filling it out. So I got the shop.com site set up here. If you notice, this has my name on it. Carl Eklund is your shop consultant. Sheila's site looks exactly like this, except it says Sheila. Alex's site looks just like it, except his says Alex. So we're all basically like the same. We each have a distinct URL. All shop.com is, I know you looked at it a little bit, but let me explain how it works. All it is basically a sophisticated tracking system. So you looked at all the different partner stores and stuff on there? Yeah. It's like everything you think of, isn't it? It's amazing. So basically, we've already contracted with all these stores and negotiated a deal that they're willing to pay us on the backside. It's really fascinating the way it works, and that's why it's kind of an affiliate marketing platform on steroids. So I know you don't know a whole lot about this, but I'm going to talk about some terms today that you may never heard of before. One of them is going to be a shopping annuity. And you probably never heard of a shopping annuity, right? Are you familiar with what an annuity is? Like, no. That only works if it's up here.
Sorry.
No one's used to it. An annuity kind of is like, now at the pharmacy where you work, do you get a pension or do you save in, like, they offer a 401k or something?
Yeah, 401k.
401k. So basically, do they match your contributions, or are you basically in it by yourself?
They match, I think, up to 3.
Okay, up to 3%. You're lucky because most businesses don't do that anymore. So basically, whatever you invest in your 401k, your business will match up to 3%. So you're supposed to defer a certain portion of your income into your 401k so that someday, around age 65, you don't have to work anymore at the pharmacy. You can retire and play with, do the things you want to do, right? Do you have any idea how much you're supposed to save in that 401k?
No.
No, and nobody does because no one knows how much. You're not alone. It wasn't a trick question. The answer is close to $2 million. How you doing towards that goal?
Not good.
Not good because nobody does. Why do you think people don't save enough money? Because most people never can save enough money. Why do you think that is?
They don't have money to save.
They don't have enough money. Because you want to live some form of decent lifestyle. Did you tell me you had student loan debt too?
Yes.
You have a lot of student loan debt because you become a pharmacist. It's not cheap. You had to go to school for a while.
Yes.
So you have all this student loan debt, and you're trying to pay that off, and you're working. You want to enjoy some form of lifestyle. So there's just not an extra $10,000 a month to invest in your retirement, right?
No.
And that's true for most people. So what we came up with is what we call a shopping annuity. A shopping annuity works like this. I guess the easiest way to explain it out should be like the way we were just talking about it. If you were going to make a major purchase in your household, let's say you're going to buy a brand new, for your living, you're going to buy a brand new flat screen TV. What would your process be? How would you decide which TV to buy and what store to buy it at?
Just look for some sales, I guess.
So you'd figure out which TV you want, and then you would check like Target, Best Buy, Walmart, whoever had it on sale is where you buy it. That's what most intelligent people do. It wasn't not a trick question. So you would figure out which TV you want, and then you'd go online and you'd look at Target, Best Buy, Walmart, whoever carries TVs or electronics, you would see, and whoever had that TV on sale is where you would buy it, correct? That's what most people would do. Let's say Sears has it on sale because they're going out of business.
Okay.
So they have the TV you want on sale today for $500. That's a good deal. All the other places are $750 or more. So you go into Sears, you hand them $500, they give you the TV, correct?
Yes.
Would you consider the $500 spent, gone, you're never going to see it again?
Yes.
You have a new TV, but they have your $500. You worked hard for that $500, didn't you? It's gone. You're never going to see it. What if we could show you a way today? Stand over here close to the table, because we're at Starbucks. This is a coffee table. We're normally sitting down, not standing up. You're my partner. Where was I? No, I'm kidding. What if we could show you a way today where you could buy that same TV at the same store, or you could pick Target or Walmart, whoever had it cheaper, and you could actually get it for less money than the $500. But now instead of your $500 being gone and spent, we turned it into an investment like your 401k at work. Would that interest you?
Yes.
It sounds too good to be true, right? Okay, well here's how it works. When you buy that TV at Sears, would you agree they didn't pay $500 for it?
Yeah, probably not.
They got it cheaper, they mark it up. That's how businesses work. They mark it up, they have a profit margin, and then they sell it to you and they make some money. And out of that money they make, they pay their overhead, their payroll, and they have an advertising budget to get you to come in and buy the TV. Would you agree?
Yeah.
So, okay, there's a reason I say to you agree, because I want her to participate in this process. I want her to be telling me that that's the right way it is. I purposely do that. Would you agree? She says yes, and I said, you're right. That is how it works. So those stores, all stores work the same way. And what they did is they came up with an ad campaign, they would pump it out to the demographic they're trying to sell it to, and they hope for a 4 or 5% return on that investment. And it worked perfectly for 50, 60 years. They come up with a television commercial, they pump it out, and they hope to get you to come in and buy the TV. Up until about 3 or 4 years ago, when a little thing called TiVo and DVR went mainstream, nowadays people record their shows that they like to watch on TV. They come home late at night. What do they do to the commercials?
Fast forward.
They fast forward. You are 100% correct. No, but of course you do, because that's what everybody does. Nobody watches TV commercials anymore. So all these stores started scrambling to figure out where are people spending more and more of their time. Well, do you have one of these? I thought so. Do you spend a lot of time on this? Unfortunately, we all do. Because this is the future. Mobile commerce is going to be the future, and internet commerce, like on the computer. Because more and more people are buying more and more things off their cell phones or their computers. Would you agree?
Yes.
And if you're paying attention to Whole Foods being bought by Amazon and Walmart buying Shop.com, groceries is going to be the next big paradigm shift. Where this next generation, like your generation, the younger generation, are going to buy most of their groceries right off their phone, have them delivered to their house for free. They won't even step foot in the grocery store anymore. This is going to be a huge boom that's why they're betting on it. Amazon and Walmart have done their homework. They know what's going to happen. So what Shop.com is we simply drive the traffic to the store. The stores love it because they don't have to pay us anything until after they sell the product. So they actually pay us a commission on the back end after we drive the traffic there. And the traffic could be us, because you were going to buy that TV anyway, right? So now you bought the TV, you got a better deal, and you get paid a commission from the store. Then we take the profit margin and share it amongst ourselves and our team. So we simply leverage each other's buying power. Every time Alex buys something, Sheila and I both get paid for it. Every time I buy something, Alex and Sheila get paid for it, and I get paid for it. So we create this buying kind of a consumer co-op. How does that sound? So let me show you how the money works, because that's why we're here today, right? I could go through this fancy PowerPoint, but is it okay if I just cut through the fluff and just go through this little flip chart so we can get through it quickly? Because I just want to see if you want to get more information, okay? I don't expect you to make any decisions today. It's just going to be information, okay? So let's dive in. So why would you be interested in this? I don't know. Maybe you just told me you might want some additional income because you actually want to get out of debt. You want to pay off that student loan debt and stuff. Maybe you're looking to retire early, or maybe just be able to retire at all someday because you just said the 401k thing's not working out so well, right? It's just too hard. Who knew they were supposed to save 1.6 to 2.2 million dollars? I mean, that seems almost impossible, right? And that's true for most people. You're not alone. So, or maybe you're just looking for some security, and that's true for most of us, right? Why would you consider a business like this? Well, first of all, we build it as a team and it's fun. Second of all, the company's been around for over 25 years, and it just makes sense. Would you agree we're going to do more on these things next year than we do this year?
Oh, yeah.
And it's not going to stop, because good or bad, I don't know, but I know one thing, you're not going to stop it. Because I have 3 teenage boys at home. They do everything on me. These things never leave I don't know if it's good or bad, but I know this, I can't stop it. Would you agree?
I agree.
So here's the interesting thing. Since we can't stop it, why don't we position ourselves to capitalize on it? That's really what Shop.com works, but it works in a good way. I'll explain how that works. So if you want to get ahead in life, you have to own your own business. Can you agree the 9-to-5 job is not going to create wealth? You're paying your bills, you're doing okay, you have a roof over your head, a car, you dress nice, you look like you're doing okay, but you just said yourself, you're not saving enough money to be able to live comfortably and retire or create any sort of wealth, right? And that's true of most people, so I'm not judging anybody, that's just the world we live in. So to get ahead, you need to own your own business. Can you agree, Alex? I know that's why you partnered with me. When we sat down originally, you said you were looking to own your own business because you wanted to get ahead. You wanted to create some wealth. And you said the 9-to-5 at the salon wasn't even getting it done. So same with you, Sheila. Very similar situation. As a pharmacist, you said, I don't have enough retirement. It's not going to be enough for me to live on. I can't save enough. I also had to pay off loans and everything else. So it's a very similar reason. And I was the same way as a contractor. So you need to own your own business. And these days, we just agreed this is the future right here, right? This is where the money's going to be made. So can you agree you also already spend money? Do you buy things like garbage bags, toilet paper, dish soap, laundry detergent, shampoo, conditioner, contact lenses, glasses, shoes, clothing? You buy that stuff, right?
Yes, I do.
Do you like buying garbage bags?
No.
Why do you buy them?
I need them.
You need them, she needs them, and I need them too. We all buy those things. We don't always buy TVs, but don't we buy stuff like toilet paper, garbage bags, dish soap, laundry detergent? Every household buys that stuff. We found a way where we can funnel that stuff through Shop.com, and we can take the profit margin of all those mundane items that you buy every single day, every single week, every single month. We can take the profit margin and redistribute it amongst ourselves and our team. How does that sound?
Sounds good.
Okay, this is how it works. So it's really not that complicated. Here's some statistics. The average household makes $56,352. Now that number is arbitrary because you don't make that. That's the average in the United States. From rich to poor, if we average it out, that's the average. You make either more than that or less than that. But that number doesn't even really matter. The number that matters is this one. $18,750 of each average household can easily be funneled through Shop.com, where we can pull the profit margin out of each one of our spending. Because would you agree you spend probably about that much on toilet paper, paper towels, garbage bags, dish soap, shampoo, conditioner? I know, it's statistically proven. I do it. I spend more than that because my kids waste a ton of money. My wife too. She does it. He does it. We all do it. And this number, 18,752, that's before we add in groceries. When we start adding in groceries, which is the next big thing, that's going to jump to about 25,000. That each household can funnel through Shop.com. We can pull the profit margin out and keep it for ourselves instead of sending it to those ad firms. So that's how this works. And we turn that, we call it, that's how we create this shopping annuity that starts paying us back this residual income. So that's what we're talking about with that term. This is our corporate headquarters in Greensboro, North Carolina, located right here in the U.S. It's actually our global headquarters. We have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau, and this is the only company that's received the Torch Award for ethics in business, 2 years, only company in history that has received it twice. So we're really proud of that, so that's why I'm mentioning it. This is just showing some statistics. The company's done over $8 billion in sales over 26 years in business. But more importantly than the $8 billion, and we've always had double-digit growth, never had a down quarter. Even in 2007, 2008, when the market crashed, and everybody got hurt, we saw double-digit growth. The reason is this